of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Giants. What a matchup for our first Sunday nighter of the year. The Cowboys and Giants underway in Week 1. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start the drive with Elliott, and he is going to lose yardage here. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
They'll run the end around. This is Cooks. Brandon Cooks. How about this? And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play here for Dallas. 65 yards on the ground. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. A handoff left, Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are on the board here first in the season opener. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now Jones. Completed to Hyatt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball.
That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
Throwing Jones. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. A give up the middle to Singletary. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Boy, I tell you, the schedule makers got it right here in Week 1. A lot of great games today. And another Buffalo and the Jets right here in this very stadium tomorrow night. Won't that be fun? But of these two teams, Charles, Giants and Cowboys, which one do you think is the bigger threat to Philadelphia in the NFC East?
As we start here right now, it's got to be Dallas. How explosive are they offensively? Extremely. And on the defensive side of the ball, they take it away from teams. But don't count out the Giants. Their defense, they get after you with a lot of pressure. And if their quarterback continues to grow, look out.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch. Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now 2nd and 5. A handoff on the option to Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks? All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hyatt has got it. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Looking to throw. Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop. This defense tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And he comes back with one complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second down, Prescott. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive...
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's across midfield. Look at the big fella go. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle. Here's Elliott. J-Ron Curse in on the tackle.
They created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
On second down, Elliott once more. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Elliott. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be our first chance in the new season to see the new fair catch rule for 2023. And this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just...
He's got a man, complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. There he goes, right side, inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Jones throwing for it. And this one incomplete. So they wait for the 2, they don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread over.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. How about this?
Partner, I think this will run awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Jones on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Giants are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. To throw is Prescott. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's Deonte Banks with it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Gano now to add the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
That's the score. Giants 40, Cowboys 14. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 41. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Dom Capers. Detroit Johnson.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Going right side, he finds Slayton. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really...
And my goodness, another interception. And some space here. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Throwing to start the drive, Jones. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing. Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Caught along the left side by Hyatt. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They'll look to throw again. That is caught, and he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side?
Yeah. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Daniel Bellinger from 8 yards out. And the Giants get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up 5?
Just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
Another extra point opportunity here. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Giants 47, Cowboys 14.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto. And
now here's another interception. It's Deontay Banks with it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception lows they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.